of her and I at Tucker's party, like dancing to, I think it was Beyonce. And when I was looking back at that video, it turned into a GIF. I was like, this is the homie. This is a person that I will rock with in real life. Does she want to come in the chat? I don't know if Rubina has requested to come in the chat. If she is, let me see view request. Oh, I have to view request. Not me not knowing how to use this. She hasn't requested. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so sorry. Rubina, I call her Rubina. So Rubina is just the homie. Seriously, Queen Bina, don't gag in the chat. Rubina is seriously, like, I knew in that house Rubina was going to be somebody that's like, being in her presence, you're going to have so much fun. I don't want to steal your show. Rubina, stop. You can never steal the show. You always add to the show. Get it together, Bayham. What's up, Caitlin? I don't know why my phone. Oh, T-Core and I and Rubina really did have something special. On a game level, there was a point we were coming after. No, T-Core and I never came after each other, like at each other's heads. It's just the scenario we were put in. I was put in during Janky Week was truly just janky and had to make a game decision. But on a personal level, T-Core and Rubina are people that I have such soft spots for in my heart. And I knew Rubina, if Rubina made it far because of how strong she was socially, because hell, I loved Rubina. I'm sitting next to her, I'll vote for her. So she has such a strong social game, and I knew the jury was going to vote more emotionally, I think, than previous seasons. And so Rubina, if she would have made it all the way to the end, she would have had a great chance to win. And so that's where I was like, Rubina became a threat to me in the game, but as a person, never, ever, ever was once a threat to me. Rubina is one of the kindest souls you will ever meet and one of the most fun people you will be around. So that's how I feel about her. Sorry, I just went on a whole rant about Rubina. But y'all got me going. I saw her in the chat. Mother Bina. She deserves that title. For sure. Such a great woman. How was the pizza and ice cream during Janky Week? The pizza was like so-so, but the ice cream, like, we had Rocky Road, we had vanilla, we had chocolate, we had strawberry, but then we had a whole bunch of gluten-free, nut-free, fun-free, joy-free, all of that ice cream. I was like, this is not ice cream, this is misery. So, and then Rocky Road, 1 day is fine. Rocky Road, 2 days is fine. 7 days? No, thank you. Rubina's energy was top tier, 100%. Oh, how would I feel sitting next to Cam? Honestly, like, the jury each year, as you watch Big Brother, votes for different. I mean, anything could sway a jury to vote a certain way. So somebody winning no competitions and then winning it all the way at the end has happened before. Somebody who has just been able to ride on the coattails of other people. I'm not saying that that's Cam, but I'm saying there's different ways that somebody can win Big Brother. And you can win by basically flying. I believe you could win by flying under the radar, not getting any blood in your hands, and then having everybody in jury like you. That's impressive, to not have to win hardly anything and make it to the end. So if I was sitting next to Cam, would I have won? I don't know what his speech would have been. That would have been determined on his speech and how he shared what his game was. But let me put this rumor to bed. I was going to take Mackenzie to the final two if I won that last HOH. Y'all saw me studying with Q-tips the night before, and the only person that I studied my game against was Mackenzie. I have several reasons of why I would have chosen Mackenzie to go to the end. Several. And I will probably discuss that one day when she can hop on live with me and have that discussion. But I was going to take her to the end, and the receipts of how it was in the live feed, studying over and over again, proved that was what I was going to do. She deserved to be in those chairs at the end, point blank, period. Can I go too? What are y'all talking about now? Is it Eileen? Where do y'all want to go? I want to go. I want to go too. I want to go too. Don't leave me out. I've been left out for 3 months. Include me, please. Again, y'all, like, we don't, I'm here seeing comments like, yeah, the viewers knew that you were going to win against so-and-so. But we don't see anything. We can't discuss our DR sessions. We don't know anything but what we're talking about in the DRs and then what's happening in being, you know, happening in the house. So I don't know how viewers viewed this game. I did not see myself as the person who was kind of orchestrating things until the end, where I was like, oh, actually, that is valid. But I don't know what they're showing. So yeah, I was shocked when I got out of the house. We're going on vacation, Chelsea. Where do you want to go? Y'all know where I want to go. Cabo, Mexico. Cam already knows that I wasn't going to, I didn't want to explicitly tell him because my heart was breaking in doing that. But Cam already had a feeling. He and I hugged each other right before, and he was like, Slim, it's all good, Slim. Do what you need to do. And the night before, he and I had some conversations, and he said he wouldn't hold it against me if I decided to make that decision. So Cam knew that there was something that it could have gone the other way. Cam deserved it based on his loyalty. Again, I'm in the house living this out. So you constantly 24/7 feel like people are scheming against you. You feel like people are lying on you. You feel like if two people are in a room talking, they're talking about your demise, how they're going to take you out. And they could just be talking about what they want to have for dinner. But you get so in your head that people are scheming on you. You don't know fully how people feel. Because we're not in the DR sessions. We're not in those rooms. So we don't know that. We don't know that. Here's the thing. When it comes to Big Brother, there's different ways you could play the game. You could play the game just winning a ton of competitions. You could play the game winning no competitions and get to the end. You could play the game being a puppet master. You could play the game being loyal. I don't believe there is one way to win Big Brother. I think it all depends on who the house guests are, who your jury is, and that will determine what type of game is going to win at the end. So was Cam loyal? Was Mackenzie loyal? Was I loyal? Yes, I was. I was skeptical, but never once did I put Cam or Mackenzie on the block until the final four. So if you want to talk about loyalty, you can't negate the fact that I too was loyal, and I had 4 chances to put Cam and Mackenzie up as noms or renoms. And 2 of those chances, I was putting 3 nominees up. So if you want to talk about loyalty, we got to look at both sides of the coin. This is not me mad. I'm very passionate about the game, and I've been living in it strategically. And so I don't want to come off harsh, but yeah. Do you think you would have still won if all the Pentagon made it past jury? No, I don't think so. What's up? Another one of my favorites came in the chat. What's up, y'all? So yeah, like I said, different ways to play Big Brother. I'm sure. Actually, my dad was just like, Cam was so loyal to you, like you will see it. And Cam and I will have a long conversation about that. Cam and I are still cool. We're still tight, and have already had some conversations. So again, you don't know who's being truthful and honest in the house. Everybody feels that pretty much everybody is scheming. So I did feel like Cam may flip on me. And Cam was kind of hard to read. I had to pull a lot of stuff. I'm like, what are you feeling? What's going on? Like let me into that brain of yours. And so So yes, I think I'll look back and be like, dang, it really did have my back. But when you're in the game, you're skeptical about everything. Everything. My comic was kind of lame. I agree. I thought that I made up for the microchip stuff. I thought that there was more that I could have been known for in my comic. However, being a microchip was part of my story arc. And so, though I wasn't a huge fan of it, it showed that microchip was a huge part of my story and my game. So I used it to my benefit in my speech. So when life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. The edits, you were so mad at the microchip. So was I, Sanaz. You have no idea. What else? You also had his back. That's how we got to the end. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, like, what's crazy is how much people don't allow us to be human. And there are some friendships that you question, like, at certain times in your friendship or relationships, like, man, like, do you really have my back? How do you feel about me? And we got to know each other under this huge stressful situation and environment. You don't really know who these people are or how they chose to come in and play the game. So was I skeptical a lot of times about a lot of people? Yes, that's the nature of Big Brother. And that's the nature of being human. So it's just crazy how people, when you're put on TV, paint you as just like a character and not as a person dealing with real life stuff, living with real life people. So yes, he did have my back, as did I. I was just more skeptical along the way. I was like kicking and screaming while I had his back and was loyal to him. No matter how upset I was with Cam, I was not going to put him on the block. So there's that. Chelsie is the number one dog at the crib. I literally carried Cam. Cam did a lot of things for me behind the scenes on what I'm hearing. Protected me, fought for me. And so Cam is an incredible person. Incredible person. Cam looks like he washes his cracks and has all of his teeth. He does. He does. Taylor's dog right now is constantly going crazy right now, playing by himself with the toys. So I'm not going to pick Benji up. Benji's living his best life. Cam was ride or die, and he did have a great social game. I wasn't a fan of the type of social game, but nonetheless, had a great social game. He is a phenomenal human, period, and I'm going to leave it at that. I seem to be close with Joseph after the first week. What happened? Our whole alliance blew up. That's what happened. Oh, these comments are going so fast. Who wrote the song y'all sang to Julie? It was Chemo and myself. Yes, I'm with Taylor's pup. Cam said he controlled me to get Quinn evicted. Like, my brain can't even go back to that anymore. My brain hurts. Maybe he did. I don't know. I have not watched the show. I have no idea. But Chelsie made a lot of her own decisions. Chemo is my dog. 100%. Thoughts on Cedric being his age and actually a Marine? A shocked Cedric is 22 and not 12. And being a Marine was crazy. Like, I knew it makes sense, but he's very, 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 very smart. Cedric is great head on his shoulders. And there was certain conversations he and I had where I was like, how does this 12-year-old, how is he so wise at 12? So it doesn't shock me after the fact that he was a Marine. So yeah. Yes, Cedric was 12. Cedric was 12 in my head. And yes, Chemo was a real mattress salesman. Oh, and let me publicly, I did this on another live, let me publicly acknowledge Lisa's a chef. Oh, let me eat my words. Lisa and I had a healthy conversation a night ago. And anyways, yes, I'm going to publicly say that yet again, Lisa was a chef. I was wrong. I don't know what they aired about me talking about her being a chef. They may have aired me talking about her sweet potato fries or the way she cut her vegetables, but she's a chef, y'all. Go support her business and go buy her edible glitter. I am a full supporter now. Yes, Lisa was a chef. I was like, oh my. And Brooklyn actually had kids. Yeah. So I thought Brooklyn's kids were dogs. And she was lying to me. So Brooklyn actually has kids and they're really cute. How was Janky World? I lived 27 years on this earth and Janky World was the worst week of my entire life. I'll leave that at that. Everyone knew Brooklyn was a mom. Now, here's the thing about Brooklyn. Her and I grew really close, right? And she was like, one day we were laying by the fish and she was just like, so tell me about your whole life. Because we hadn't really I hadn't really discussed any part of my life by that point. And so I just went in, discussed my life and all the things. And she discussed her life at like a high level view, but I was like, you don't have any secrets, right? She's like, no secrets. Then one day in the bathroom, everybody was like, throwing out theories of who they thought Brooklyn was or her husband was. So they were like, oh, we think she's a professional dancer, blah, blah, blah. And Brooklyn had this face that I was like, there's something there. So both her and I are laying on the couch in the bathroom. And I was like, are there any secrets? And I did it in like a little whiny voice and tone. I'm like, are there any secrets? She's like, yeah. I said, oh, you've been lying to me. I'm surprised that they didn't reveal Brooklyn being former Mrs. America on the finale night. I know, I'm surprised. Yeah. Anyways, so I laid down and I was just like, you've been lying to me this whole time. What in the world? What the freak? And so she told me that she was a professional dancer at one point. And I was like, oh, that's dope. I can see that. I was like, no, but no more secrets, right? And we're whispering this as people are in the bathroom. She was like, no more secrets. And then, what do you know? A couple days later, we're playing pool. And she decides to drop more bombs. So if Brooklyn if Brooklyn lied to me, that's where my trust issues developed. That's where my trust issues developed. It was Brooklyn. Brooklyn just lied to me. She just lied to me. I fell to the floor, y'all. I fell to the floor. How do I find like people requesting to like come in here? Because I can't find the button. And I want to see if anybody wants to hop on the thing and do the thing. Okay, I was trying to see if any of my castmates were hopping on, but I guess they want me to have my moment. Would I do the challenge? Yes, you guys, I would do all of that. If I would have went home on Tucker's HOH, who do I think would have won the game? Leah or Tucker. Survivor 48. Ooh, y'all. I don't like the idea of pooping in the ocean. So, no. Traders, yes. Put my name in the hat for traders. How did I overcome week 5? Week 5 was the week that I think I was put on the block. I let myself like control the controllables and worry about what I can worry about. And for me, I was like, okay, I have to get my head in the game. If I survive this week, I have to reframe my game so I can't wallow in being on the block. I have to pick my head up and keep it pushing. So, yeah, I went in with the mindset of like just winning that AI competition, period. And then doing damage control trying to navigate some of the lies that were spewed week 5. And there was way more lies about me spread about week 5 that are not aired and not even on the live feeds, that I had to wrestle through week 5 up until week 11, that I had to continue to debunk. So I said, for me, how to navigate this is don't blow up on people. Anytime somebody in previous seasons has blown up or made a scene or been mean or any of those things, they've been targeted. So for me, when my game got blown up, alliances got blown up, and certain people were being just really not kind, I said the way to handle these situations is not eye for an eye. The way is to extend kindness, because I may need that kindness and that grace down the line if they get in power again. I need to create allies, not enemies. And so my strategy was, how do I mend relationships and build trust again after week 5? That was my thought process. How do I know what was showing the live feeds and what wasn't? There's a lot of house guests who left early that watched all of the live feeds. That's how I know. I have so much respect for Leah's game. I say earlier in the game, no, I say throughout the whole game, Leah was my biggest threat in this house, in the Big Brother house. I have mad respect for the game that she played, 100%. Yeah, my strategy was lead with the end in mind and make decisions with the end in mind. And I said, who do I want to see sitting next to in the end? How do I make sure that the two people I want to see at the end want to see me at the end? How do I develop that type of trust? So yeah, if Mackenzie evicted you, would you have voted for Cam? I would have voted for Mackenzie. Oh my gosh, come here. Come here. This is Benji, y'all. This is Taylor's cute little dog. Very, I think his love language is physical touch. So there's that. I would have went home if Leah put me up on her HOH week. 100%. 100%. We all know that. I felt that. Leah was number 2 to me. Leah was number 2 to me for the type of game that I played. I played a great social game. So if you're looking at, like, comp-wise, obviously Mackenzie and Tucker were threats comp-wise. But the type of game that I had to switch into and get in a new gear was a social game. So if you look at that aspect of that type of game, Leah was number 2 to the social game. Number 2. Leah and Cam. So yeah, she was the type of game I played. She was my biggest threat. And I argue to say she, up until the end, had a way better social game than me. So yes. Isn't Benji so cute? Like, come on right now. What the heck? If Junior saw this, he would be so mad. Junior is going to be so mad at me, y'all. He's going to smell Benji all up on me. Yeah. I knew Leah was close to putting me up. I knew. I wasn't dumb. Like, I knew she was feeling a way about me when Brooklyn was still in the house. And not a way personally, but like on a game level. Because we weren't in an alliance together. So I knew that she was looking. I knew she read my game better than most in the house, for sure. And I knew the moment she got power, if it was the right time, she would have tried to take me out. So I definitely, Leah was a smart cookie in the game. So yes, I felt in my gut that I was very, very close to going up on the block. And I'm glad that I didn't put her up as a renom during my week, because had I did, I would have easily been gone for sure. Everything played out how it was supposed to play out. Yeah, most of our rock room conversations were cut, me and Cam's. Yes, that'll be a conversation for another day. But yes, a lot of that stuff was cut, and a lot of our rock room conversations explain how I moved in the house. Cam protected me on Leah's HOH. I know that. I know. I found that out after the fact. Yeah. Cam heavily vouched for you with Leah. That's what he told me. That's what he told me. Were you ever throwing AI Arena to Brooklyn? I thought about it. I thought about throwing it, but when you're put in that situation, it's dumb to throw any competition when your butt is on the line. So I thought about it, but I feel like that just wasn't going to be smart for me. And at that point, I needed to prove that I was just not a player that is just going to, crumble after the hell week that I had. I needed to stand up and show people like that it's gonna, you're gonna have to try a little bit harder with me for sure. Why can't we have the rock room conversations now? Because it's not for us to have now. You little crazies. Y'all love the cheese made, don't you? Don't you? Favorite fast food? Y'all. Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out are the two ones. And I have not had either. And there's In-N-Out right across the street. I'm going to go to that joint. Me and Benji, you want In-N-Out? We're going to go to In-N-Out after this and tear it up. Sorry. The comps are very, 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 very hard. Very hard. Yeah. Me and Cam will go on live and discuss all Cam and Chelsie stuff. So let's go ahead and put a pin on Chelsie and Cam. We will discuss that together eventually. So, yeah. Why did everyone choose to hang out after the show instead of hanging out with their families? Because you have to think like some of us who made it to Final 3, the Final 3 who made it to the Final 3 hadn't seen a lot of the cast since week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It had been 90, 80 days for some, 70, 60. That's a long time.